Y or N. Look at the big black dragon who's flying across the big scary hills holding her tiny figure. She doesn't know where it is taking her. She doesn't know how much time she have left. Maybe the dragon will eat her alive. Y or N sign. She wants to live in this beautiful world for years and years, but fate always breaks her hope. The dragon is very scary, but Y or N found his hazel eyes very mesmerizing. Y or N. Are you going to eat me? She asked in a low tone, but Taehyung doesn't reply. Y or N. I'm not a tasty fairy. I didn't even have wings like other fairies. The Dragon King doesn't reply this time either. Y or N. Don't eat me. I'm not delicious at all. YN feel like she's talking with a wall. Then she thought maybe dragons are deaf. Y or N. Now I get it. Dragons can't hear. This dragon is very ugly and scary, but I have to admit his eyes are beautiful, she said, thinking dragons are deaf, not knowing he's hearing her. Y or N. I've never seen such ugly creature before. She scrunched her nose. Suddenly, few crows started flying to them. The Dragon King burned the crows with his flame, making Flower Fairy scared to her death. Taehyung, if you say one more word, you will also end up like the crows. YN realized the dragon was listening to her each and every word from the start. She gulped and decided to stay quiet. The crows were sent by the wicked witch Theodora. Few crows which survived from the fire of Dragon King fly back to Theodora. Crow, Your Majesty, the Dragon King is taking the Flower Fairy to his kingdom. Theodora's evil green eyes get filled with fear. The Dragon King and the Flower Fairy together. This is the thing she's afraid the most. For years, she's doing everything to make sure that they never meet. But she's unaware that her evil motive cannot change the fate. The Dragon King and Flower Fairy are born for each other. Y or N ended up in the Red Kingdom again. The dragons lock Y or N in a dark cell. She look around and sit on the corner of the cell. After few hours, Y or N get up and slowly peeked outside. There's no one here. She smiled and turned the iron rod of the cell into creeper leaves. Y or N easily cross the creeper leaves and walk out from the cell. YN. So I accidentally came to this dragon world yesterday. But that doesn't mean the dragons will captive me. I didn't do any sin. She started walking while filling the dry soil with fresh grass with her each step. After walking for few minutes, she saw a man, a very handsome man. Y or N felt everything around her become blurry and all her focus went to him. Everything is sparkling around him. His honey skin, dark hair, hazel eyes, everything is so mesmerizing. Y or N was just staring at him with her wide open eyes and mouth. She fixed her hair and dress and went to him. She tapped on his shoulder, making him look at her. He frowned seeing her. How did you escape? He asked in his deep husky voice, which also sounds so dark and scary. Y or N thought he's a warrior who came to kill the Dragon King. Y or N, it's impossible to captive the Flower Fairy, and I will help you to defeat the ugly creature. Taehyung, ugly creature. Y or N, yes, I know you come here to kill that ugly, scary Dragon King. That fool captives me here, thought he can cage me in a stupid cell. But listen, don't worry, we will go out from this scary kingdom of that ugly Dragon King. She held his hand and tried to pull him with her, but he doesn't move a bit. Y or N, why are you standing here? Come before those giant dragons see us. Suddenly some dragons came and looked down, sitting on their knees in front of the man. Dragon King, the Flower Princess, run away. Y or N, Dragon King, why these fools are calling you Dragon King? Are they blind? How can they call a beautiful man like you with that ugly's name? Taehyung, because I am Kim Taehyung, the Dragon King. Y or N, you, gulp. She slowly leave Taehyung's hand and turn around to run, but this time he hold her wrist and spoke in his deep voice. Taehyung, where are you going, princess? Aren't you gonna take this ugly scary Dragon King with you? Jungkook, how dare the Dragon King to captive my soon-to-be bride? I will bring my bride back. King, I already sent our warriors there, but the dragons destroy the path which connect the dragon and magic kingdom. Jungkook, there must be another way to go there. King, yes, our skies are connected. We can go there by the skyway. Jungkook, we can go there easily. King, no, we cannot. Dragons can fly way more higher and faster than fairies. Jungkook, then I'm going there with Phoenix. King, it will take you days like this. Dragons are 10 times faster than Phoenix. Jungkook. But I cannot sit like this. Let's go, Phoenix. Jungkook sit on his white horse. Phoenix wave his wings in the air few times before flying to the Dragon Kingdom Black Peck. Dragons locked Y or N in a tall dark room with only one tiny window. The window was high up, almost out of reach, but YN's spirit was not easily broken. Using her tiny, delicate hands, she wove together some flower vines that she had stored in her cage. With all her strength, she climbed up the cage and stretched her arms towards the tiny window. She squeezed through the opening, feeling the warm breeze tickle her face. Finally, she was free. Y or N happily jump around, but the ground is so hot here, it almost burned her feet. Y or N filled the ground with flowers. She smiled happily and started running to the cave from where she could go back to her magic land. Her each step is blooming flowers in the ground. Taehyung was walking back to his castle when he saw flowers all over the place. His hazel eyes darkened. Y or N was happily running and dancing towards the cave when she heard a loud roar. It's the Dragon King. In his furious search for his fairy captive, he had spotted her. Y or N wanted to hide, but her heart raced with excitement. She quickly darted behind a tree, but in her rush, she tripped over a root and fell right into a giant flower pot. Now stuck, she found herself peeking out of the pot, flowers hanging all around her, but looking very silly. Taehyung approached, with his fierce expression. You think you can hide from me in a flower pot? He lifted her tiny figure and Y or N ended up in a cell again. She pout, looking around. Y or N again escaped from the cell. Y or N. No one can captive the flower fairy. I will go back home. She started running, not knowing the Dragon King is watching her from the castle. Taehyung looked at Blaze, his most trustworthy and the strong dragon warrior. Taehyung, catch the flower. Princess Blaze. Blaze puffed his chest and let out small smoke from his nose. He nodded, looking down, not daring to look at his king's eyes. Y or N stopped when a giant shadow fall on her tiny figure. YN. Oh no, the dragons again. She quickly hide under a stone. Blaze come to the ground and look around. He scratched his head. Blaze, where's she? She was right here. I think she's hiding from me. I will sit here and wait until she come out. Blaze sit near the stone. Y or N huff in annoyance. Y or N. This giant creature will not go from here easily. I have to do something to distract him. Y or N move her hands and some green shimmer come to her palms. Y or N blow the shimmer a little far from her and it landed on the ground. Flowers started growing from there. Flowers. Hey giant guy, why are you sitting here? Blaze blinked his eyes and look at the flowers. Blaze, flowers can talk. Flowers. We can even dance. You want to watch? The flowers started dancing. Blaze was staring at them with wide eyes. Y or N giggle from her place. Taehyung sighed as he was watching everything from his tall castle window. He shake his head and fly to Y or N. Taehyung, playtime is over. Princess YN flinch and look back only to see the Dragon King standing there. He lift her and started walking to the castle. Y or N. Leave me. My prince will come and save me from you, evil dragon. Taehyung roll his eyes hearing her. Here the dragons locked Y or N in a big dark room without any window. She pout and look around at the place. YN. I need to escape from here. She touched the walls and scream a little. Y or N. Everything in this place is so hot. It burned my palms. She pout and sit on the ground. After few minutes, a lady come. Lady. Your food. Y or N. What did you bring? Lady. Roasted chicken. Y or N. What? Why the ugly dragon is so cruel? What does the little bird do to him? Y or N. Take it back. It's hurting me, she said, wiping her tears dramatically. Lady. Doesn't fairies eat chicken? Y or N. No, we eat fruits, milk, butter, sweets, honey and the morning fog. Lady. What? Fog. Y or N. Yes, morning fog is my favorite. Its tastes so sweet. Lady. Fairies are weird. Y or N. No, dragons are weird. Now tell me, are you a dragon too? The lady nodded as yes. Lady. Everyone here is dragon except for you. Y or N. So what is your color? Lady. Gray. Y or N. Boring. What is your name? Lady. Atara. Y or N. Weird name but sounds good. So Atara, have you ever seen a flower? Atara. Flower doesn't bloom here, and I never go out from our kingdom. Y or N. I can show you a beautiful flower. You know flowers are beautiful, they smell very nice. Atara. A beautiful fragrance is coming from you and you're also beautiful. Are you a flower? Y or N. You can say that. I am a flower fairy, she said while waving her index finger in the air. Atara saw blue sparkles and soon it turned into something beautiful. Y or N. This is called flower. Take this and inhale. She have beautiful fragrance. Atara was hesitating, but Y or N give her a sweet smile. Atara take the flower from her. She inhale it. The smell is so good it makes her every muscle relax. Atara started feeling sleepy, very sleepy. She close her eyes and fall asleep there. Y or N giggle. She purposely make this sleeping flower so that she could escape. Y or N run out from the dark room. This time she won't get caught. She decided to be very careful. While hiding behind each object she found, Y or N reached to the cave with a smile of freedom. But her smile faded when she noticed the cave entrance is broken and covered with heavy stones. Her hope shattered. Y or N look up the sky with her teary eyes. The dragons doesn't bring her here with this cave. They bring her here from the sky. Y or N. If I could fly like other fairies, I could have go back home till now. But I am useless. She looked down, and few tear drops fall on the ground. Dark blue flowers bloom in the place where her tears fall. From few months the dragon kingdom is having hard time. Trouble loomed over the land. A strange sickness was spreading among the dragons. They grew weak, their scales dulled, and their fiery breath flickered dimly. The dragons are dying in an unknown disease. All the dragons are scared for their lives. Every day they beg their king to find a solution to save their lives. The dragon king, a fierce and proud creature, was deeply concerned. His heart ached for his subjects, for they were the mightiest beings in the skies, and he had always believed they were invincible. Taehyung is cruel and dangerous, but for his kingdom, he could do anything. Taehyung, does anyone find about the disease? He asked, looking at the scholar and advisors in the kingdom. One advisor dragon stood up and spoke. Advisor, this year, a cold wind from north horizon come to our kingdom. I think this is the cause of the disease. Taehyung, did you find a cure for this? A dragon come to the throne room while running. Pardon me, Dragon King, but the flower fairy again tried to run away. Taehyung, that little creature. I thought to captive her for few days, but now she crossed her limits. I will give her death punishment. Suddenly a scholar spoke. Your Highness, I think the fairy can help us. Taehyung, the fairy? How? Fairies' wings have a special types of sparkle. They're magical and pure. They also known as the cure of pain. Taehyung, how will this thing help us? Thousands years ago, a big war happened between fire and ice dragons. It was one of the biggest sky war. One fire dragon got injured badly and fall on the ground. It was a dense forest. The dragon, though he is going to die, that's when a fairy fly to him. She flap her wings and golden sparkle fall on the dragon from her wings. After that, the dragon become fully fine. Taehyung, it's just a story. An old dragon spoke. We don't have any other way rather than rely on the story, and I believe the shimmering dust that fell from a fairy's wings held magical properties. This shimmer could heal the ill dragons and restore their strength. Taehyung, fine. I will talk to the flower princess by myself. Y or N come back to the windowless room by herself again. She doesn't have any choice now. Atara is still sleeping there. After some time she wake up and rubbed her eyes. Y or N. Hello, did you sleep well? Atara look at Y or N with confusion. Atara. How can I fall asleep here? Y or N. By magic. Atara was about to open her mouth when a loud sound echoed around. She gasped. Atara. The king is coming, saying that she left from there quickly. After few minutes, Y or N heard heavy footsteps. Taehyung entered, making the already dark room darker. Taehyung, flower princess, he boomed. I command you to give me the shimmer from your wings. Y or N. Huh? Taehyung, your wings. I want its shimmer. Y or N. Why would I give you my shimmer? Taehyung, because I am asking for it. Y or N. I won't give you anything. Taehyung, my dragons are dying, and only your magic can save them. With a deep sigh, Y or N attempted to explain. Y or N, I truly wish I could help your dragons, but I cannot give you my shimmer. I do not have wings to produce it. But Taehyung's, consumed by desperation, did not listen. His anger boiled, thinking Y or N was simply refusing to help him. Taehyung's eyes become more darker and rage-filled in them. Taehyung, leave. The other dragons who came here with Taehyung left, leaving Y or N alone with him. Taehyung, you shall not deny the king of Black Peck. I will take what is needed. With a terrifying speed, he approached Y or N, intending to grab her and force her to reveal the shimmer. Y or N gasped and stepped back, her heart pounding. Y or N, you cannot do this. I am just a simple fairy. The thought of being harmed made her tremble, but she stood her ground. Taehyung, I command you, hand it over at once. Y or N trembled. Y or N, please, Dragon King, I truly can't give you what I don't have. I wish I could help, she said, her voice trembling. But King Taehyung was not willing to listen. Anger blinded him, and he stepped closer, demanding the fairy's wings. In his mind, he thought that if she had no wings to give him, he would take them instead. With swift movements, Taehyung grasped her gently but firmly, allowing his strength to show. He flipped her, making her back facing him. With one swift pull, Taehyung tore her dress from her back. A small scream left from her parted lips. Taehyung looked at her bare back, but as he pulled her closer, he noticed something on her back. His eyes narrowed as he saw a large scar, where her wings should have been. The place where her wings once rested was marred by a deep, painful scar. He released her, stepping back in shock. Taehyung, what have you done? He exclaimed, taken aback. The wound looked painful and raw, a dark reminder of the fairy's heartbreak. Y or N, let me go, she cried. You do not understand. I am not the fairy you think I am. I cannot help you. Confusion washed over the Dragon King. His rage melted away as he set her down gently. Taehyung, what happened to you? He asked, trying to control his voice. Y or N held her dress from front so that it won't fall from her chest, and turned to Taehyung. Her eyes glistened with tears as she spoke. Y or N, the evil witch sought to steal my magic. When I was young, she took my wings and left me with this wound that reminds me of my loss every day. She pointed to the scar, which was both a symbol of pain and resilience. Taehyung's heart began to soften as he listened to her story. The Dragon King's fury melted away, replaced by a sense of understanding. He realized that he had acted rashly, consumed by his worries for his dragons. He slowly left from there without saying anything to her.